welcome back to another promo day. We are in day 4 where we are talking about predictable income system for online coaches and healers. Hey, Donna, it's great to see you right on time. We just kicked on and we are just saying that it's so great for all of us to come together. And we are here to serve and deliver some great topic because again, this is the event for everybody if because you do not have to be anywhere. This is the best part that I love. You do not have to be anywhere live. All it is once you register, you receive the access to these beautiful interviews, and they are going to be released on a daily basis starting June 8th. So even if you're watching later than June 8th, it doesn't mean that you don't have to register because you are still, even one interview that you're going to watch might be the change in your life and the way you look at the business and the way that you generate your revenue. So I truly invite you to do that. And it's all interview series, meaning once you register, you'll receive something at the comfort of your home. You're receiving something in your inbox, and they're going to be 2 interviews per day. So you have less than an hour to consume on a daily basis. You can drive and listen. You can come home and say, okay, let me just listen to something inspiring, right? So basically, this is a great format, and we are truly inviting you to register. But before we dive into today's topic, because we have the themes every day, let's just introduce some of the amazing speakers who are here coming and playing with us together. And I'll start with Jillian because she's next to me on the platform. All right, Jillian, tell a little bit about yourself and how do you help others?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Jillian Verdun, and I am the founder of JMV Financial Services. And I help women entrepreneurs stop avoiding their numbers and start building a profitable business that supports their lives.
Beautiful, beautiful. And we'll go back later about each one of you about your talk and your gift. So be ready for that. Brendaliz, share a little bit about yourself and how you are helping.
I'm Brendaliz Acosta. I am a wealth identity architect and I help women uh, move past the revenue ceiling so that they can grow their business the way that they desire. I am an unconscious mind architect.
Beautiful. Love that. And we have Dina in the house. Dina, say a couple of words about yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry for being late. My name is Dina Alexander. I'm also known as SSA coach. I am a personal relationship and an intimacy and a sacred awareness coach from Aruba. And for years, I've helped women and couples reconnect with themselves, their confidence, their relationship, and their personal power. What makes my work unique is that I teach people how to stop operating from exhaustion and start creating from alignment. Because when we are disconnected from ourselves, it will affect everything in our relationship, on our confidence, our money, our business, everything.
Absolutely. And I love it. Yeah. Look at your shiny smile. You're like that sunshine. Woo! Came in and shining bright. Awesome. Donna, welcome to this live. Please say a couple of words about yourself. It's great to have you with us.
Hi, it's so great to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm Dona Price, and I'm the founder of Compass Rose Consulting, where we help women entrepreneurs build businesses that make money and make a difference. And we help women align their vision and values and impact and ripple their impact outward. And we also help them figure out their way of doing it instead of following someone else's formula. I'm also the founder of a community for women to get back on their bikes called Bike Women Bike. And we just wrapped up a 30-day challenge, or we're wrapping it up now. And it's a fun community as well.
Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful. And I love everything what each one of you is sharing. So now let's just dive in a little bit about the topic that we have. The theme is about how can we actually be productive? How do we, instead of staying busy, can catch that momentum, right? And just ride that beautiful wave, because a lot of times we might end up working a lot, but somehow asking what actually moved our business forward today, right? And this is the powerful conversation, because it's not about just staying busy, right? It's not about just being committed. It's not just showing up. It's actually understanding what is something that helps me to create that momentum and how exactly we are doing it. And we have like powerhouse women today, so we all going to have this powerful discussion, right? Because there is a difference between doing something and actually creating the result. So let's start with Brendaliz, what's your take on that?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so the question is, we are talking about that a lot of coaches just stay busy, but they don't create the momentum, right? For instance, some of them, they are not doing the activity that actually generates the revenue, that bring the leads, right? They can spend 3 hours just making graphics or reorganizing their website or tweaking their logo, watching the training video, right? But they are not technically working in terms of generating revenue. So today we are talking about how do we actually connect to that momentum, right? What is something that creates the motion and moving the needle?
I think I personally feel that we need time for everything, and that entrepreneurship is an art, right? There's no science. There's like it's an art. You have to figure out where to spend most of the time. Like I remember having met with, and I say this because I remember having met with someone that the person was saying, "Oh, you're not spending enough time in revenue generating activities, right?" But I was fully booked. Why would I need to spend time in revenue generating activities? I needed to spend time in creating more awareness, right? So I think each business sets their goals. For me, being booked means having 6 clients at a time. I don't want more than 6 clients at a time. So you have to first redefine what for you is your business, and based on that, determine where you want to spend the time in, where you have to spend the time in. And yes, sometimes even by knowing that, we tend to go on the safe, because as humans we are always protecting ourselves, indirectly or directly. So most of the times that we are avoiding the big things and not spending the time in the right task, it's because we are protecting ourselves from something, right? So
Mhm.
I have found that yes, I manage my business in my own way. However, if I need to do certain tasks to generate revenue, and I don't, then what asking myself the question, what does it mean about me, or what will I lose if I do these activities, right? So
Mhm.
yes, I feel circling it back, we have to spend time in revenue generating activities, but you get to choose based on your business design how much time you allocate to the different activities.
So true. Love your perspective. Beautiful. And again, we are talking about, it's one thing when we are booked with clients, and it's another thing when we are there to create, to have the business, not the hobby, right? So exactly, we want to make sure what we are prioritizing is important and create the revenue in our business. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Brendaliz. Jillian.
I like this question because I just did a post recently about this. It's just because you're busy doesn't mean you're profitable.
Mm-hmm.
And that what happens is, and so I'm gonna piggyback off of what Brenda Lee said. yes, you have 6 clients, but what happens if that client does not renew? That's where the challenge comes from. So, as a business owner, you have to structure your business in a way that you're always looking per se for that next thing. You're probably currently booked, and it's a good thing. But what ends up happening, especially for me, if it's an activity that I don't want to do, because we talked about this yesterday, Arena. If it's an
We
activity,
all have the activities that we don't want to do, right? It's
yes,
not
I'm going to
just clients and
procrastinate.
people
You're
we are
right.
talking to. We are also the ones to guilty of that, right?
Correct. Yes, I'm going to procrastinate. And it's not because I don't like sales. It's not because, it's no particular reason. It's just what happens, and we all panic when a crisis happens and you react versus being proactive. Having an agenda every day and incorporating that as a natural habit and saying, hey, let's not just be busy, let's actually genuinely look to find ways to always have somebody to fill or backfill if something happens, because as we all know, life happens.
Mhm.
So for me, yeah, I'm always busy, but is it the right activity for that time? And it's like taking the time, making sales calls. I don't want to call nobody.
Mhm.
Send you an email. But outside of that, if you don't respond, I'm like, oh, okay, you don't want it. But then you follow up, and it's the power of follow up, because why? It's like you took 30 minutes just to say, hey, I sent you this message on X, Y, and Z day, and they actually said yes. But you've given yourself a story in your own brain of why they didn't respond, why they didn't answer, etc. And so then we do other things because we don't want to be told no. At least I know I don't. I don't like being told no. So I don't set myself up
So
to be told
beautiful.
no.
So true, Jillian, right? The riches are in follow up. And again, sometimes people don't even, like they might open the email, but they have other things they are busy
Yep.
with, and they might say to themselves, me too, if I don't put things on my calendar, most likely I forget about it, right?
Yeah,
And again, our follow up is just when we come from the energy, we are there to help people because we feel called to do that, right? When we come from energy, okay, maybe the person didn't see, rather than making up the stories like you mentioned, right?
mhm,
And even if the person says no, at least we have that answered and we can close that loop.
correct. Yep. So,
Beautiful. Love it. Thank you so much for your input. Donna, what would you say on that?
Well, so many positive reactions to what everybody else is saying. And one thing that I thought of while you were asking the question was I was talking with someone the other day that was working on their website, and it wasn't quite right yet. And they were still working on it. And a long time ago, internet marketer at a conference I was at said, look at this web page I have. It's really ugly. But that web page is converting 100,000 a month for me. So I don't care that it's ugly. And that has stuck with me for the last X number of years, that we can get into that analysis paralysis of it has to be perfect before we launch it. And it doesn't look quite right. And this isn't lining up quite right yet. And we can keep working it and working it. But it's better to just get it out there, imperfect. And even if people comment on its imperfection, I see that as an opening to conversation. Like now we're talking to each other because I had a typo or whatever that imperfection was that you were going to call out on me. But it also starts optimizing and getting traffic and working for you in its imperfect state. And so I think, like, how do we let go of having to have it be perfect and having to
Mhm.
have it like look just right before we like step out and launch it? And that creates busy work for us and just gets in our way when it could be making 100,000 a month for us,
Totally. Love that.
or
Thank you
even a
so,
thousand a
so.
month.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. That's so,
but
so true. Where we put our focus is going to expand, right? So let's just put the focus on revenue driven activities.
yeah.
Beautiful. Love that. Dina, what's your take on that?
Okay, I love it. I'm last. I like all of you, your comments and your views, and I've learned already. So I do think many coaches are trying to build business using stress, pressure, and hustle. That's it. Okay, but a sustainable success is created from energy. And I work with sexual energy, which is creative energy, which is spiritual energy. I do think that is the biggest part of us. Okay, so and I clarity, confidence, and connection. These are sustainable successes that you should need to attract what you want. And whether you believe it or not, when I start with my client, I do tell them to go and test it, and usually they do attract what they want. Okay, the way you show up in your business is directly connected to how you feel about yourself. And for example, this morning, um, I had a client coming in and paid me cash. Here you are, and all his balance. And I wasn't thinking on that, so I was like, "Thank you so much." I had a good meditation. I slept deep enough that I'm totally clear. So it goes with how you feel. And I
Mhm.
and if you don't believe that, I ask you to test it.
I love that. So it's yeah, energetic part is very, very powerful, but we also want to have some kind of goals and focus, right? So basically, we know that these two pieces go hand in hand. But yeah, I totally agree. The way we show up, the way we are just, exuding our energy is also the factor for attraction. And I just wanted to add to these points that what actually creates the lasting progress in our business. It's not just motivation, it's not just working weekends. What creates lasting progress is visibility people can count on, right? Like we are consistently showing up, we are consistently building the relationships, we are doing the follow up, as Jillian already mentioned. We repeating what already works. We do not have to start over again each time, right? And we have the offers that people truly understand, and we continue staying in the conversation, right? Because the business growth is often less about doing something new and more about doing the right thing long enough to see how they are actually unfolding for us, right? So now I just want to go through to ask each one of you, because you have amazing gifts that you are offering. First of all, say what you're going to be talking about on the summit, and also what kind of gift you are offering, so everybody can learn, and it makes them even more curious to register. Jillian.
So I will be talking about predictable income begins with your money personality. And my free gift, of course, because you're like, wait, what do you mean my money personality? Is a free money personality assessment that basically gives you insight on your natural habits, on why you make the financial decisions you make when it comes to earning, saving, and spending money.
Super powerful. Awesome. Like I told you, I love quizzes. I love assessments because there is always another angle we can learn about ourselves,
And it
right?
takes less than 10 minutes to take it. So
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Brendaliz, how about you?
Yes, so I'm talking about the receiving ceilings, why your income keeps resetting. And it's all about the unspoken truth about why we keep hitting that ceiling. And then my gift is basically hypno activation on receiving. A lot of people, and I see this almost everywhere, including myself at certain points, right? We give, we give, we give. The door to giving is very big, but our door to receiving, it's only cracked open. So through this
Mm-hmm.
activation, the idea is that we open and we crack open, fully open the door to receiving. So that
Mm-hmm.
we're not just giving, but we're creating a balance.
The balance, yeah.
Mhm.
Love that. Beautiful. Thank you so, so much. You know what? And I always say receiving starts with something simple as receive the compliments. If somebody offers you the help, receive that help, right? And money actually follows that, because if we are not ready to receive in small moments, how are we going to be ready to receive when there is, like a windfall of money?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
good. Love it. Love it. Increase the capacity, right? Increase that container so we can hold more. Beautiful. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Mm-hmm. Donna, how about yourself?
There we go. Great. Wow, we did the interview so long ago. And I am talking about, I believe that,
Okay, let me take a look. Let me take a peek. So this way we are not confusing the people. Let me take a
I
look.
was trying to get there, but I keep
Yes.
typing in the wrong
Okay, so
thing.
Donna is going to be talking about your way to
Yes,
reliable income.
that is
Mm-hmm.
what I was going to say. Your way to reliable income. And so part of what I believe and what I'm seeing for coaches and women business owners is that there are all these like solutions, like this is the way to X amount of money per month or per year, the only way, and or this is the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that, and I've fallen for it myself. I've done it. I have computer full of those solutions and promises. And I believe that we have to trust our instinct
Mm-hmm.
and know ourselves, because a lot of those solutions don't feel right when we start doing them. We can feel it in our body that it like
Mm-hmm.
this is not the right way for me. And so that's what we talked about, is like how you find your right way and how you trust yourself to know that that you can build it and you have that wisdom within yourself to do that. So my
That's
free
so
gift.
beautiful. Yes. And what was your free gift? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
what's my free gift? I think it's the Business Growth and Profits Field Guide, um,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of
Yes.
lays out the framework. So I have a framework for helping you develop what that path is to
Mm-hmm.
for yourself, and it looks different for everybody. And each of those solutions works. I'm not saying that they don't work. They work for some people, and they work for some businesses, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work for our business.
Mm-hmm.
So we all hear these messages and have to decide, does that fit my vision, my values, what I'm building? And
So, yeah, so true. So true. It's like I always keep telling, you can give the same recipe to 10 people and everybody is going to have a different flavor to that, cake or to that soup that they prepared, right? It's the same thing. Everybody, like you using the same strategy, everybody is going to produce the different results. And going back to Dina, what she said, because we all have our unique energetic blueprint. So based on that energy, we are actually creating the results.
definitely.
Beautiful. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
thanks for your help there.
Yes, sure, of course. Dina, how about you? What are you going to talk about?
Yes, I have an ebook, and by the title is The Magnetic Coach Blueprint: 7 Keys to Becoming Irresistible to Your Ideal Clients. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share 3 key points that I'm handling in the book. Key point number one: visibility. Many coaches are hiding, not because they lack knowledge, but because they lack confidence. And it's all about that. And there is a book, I don't remember the title now, but you need to fake it until you make it. That confidence, there are so many tools out there that you can use, but that is a big key, an item that it's needed to be that magnetic coach blueprint. Okay. So, key number 2, the authentic attraction. People don't buy coaching. I don't get exhausted to say that. People don't buy coaching. They buy trust. They buy
Mhm.
energy, and they buy connection. So, as an example, I have a challenge at the moment, and one of my distributors, because I have salesmen out there selling my stuff, and she sent me a WhatsApp, and she said, "Look, this is what they just asked me about a supplement, and how can I respond to this client?" And I told her it's all about trust, because I don't get such a questions. It's like the client doesn't trust you. That's why he is asking you that. So you have to build that trust. And she acknowledged it. It's a new client, it's a prospect. And you need to build that trust. And then you will be authentic. You attract that
Mhm.
authenticity, no? Key number 3, well, you spoke about it. It's consistency. The coaches who win are not always the most talented. They are the ones who show up consistently. Punto.
I love that. Okay, stop sharing because we want people to join the summit and actually receive that free gift. It's all valuable, it's all good, but we do not want to reveal everything, right?
Of course.
So, the last question to wrap us up, why people want to join? What are the benefits that they are going to receive by joining this summit, Jillian?
Well, one of the biggest things, and what I've learned it in this room with just few of us, without adding the others, is everybody is pretty much saying and coming from the same perspective, but it's showing up in a different way, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So you'll resonate with someone and how their methodology works and what they're saying relate. And that's what I like, because it's all of us are ultimately saying the same thing to get you to the same results, but we all have our own special perspective on it, and it's who you resonate with that will be
Mhm.
beneficial to you.
Exactly. Like I said, even watching one interview might give you some
Mhm.
insights, some to receive the answer to the question that you had, right? And again, the only way for us to improve what we are doing to become better at, to really understand how is that predictable income system clicks, is to be a part of that and just participate it fully, right? By listening to the interview, we also have the kick-off live party where we are all coming together on Zoom, the participants, the speakers, and it's happening on June 7th. So don't miss that. You have that great opportunity to connect with other like-minded people. So remember, connections taking us to whatever we desire. So that is a great opportunity for all of you to connect with each other as well. Brendaliz, thank you so much, Jillian.
I think there is a very diverse group in participating in the summit, meaning there are experts in so many different areas.
Mhm.
And yes, there might be some like people that might uh, be talking about same topics, but because their own perspective or the way they handle it, they give it a twist, it might land differently. So
Mhm.
I feel that a lot of times we're like, we don't really know everything about entrepreneurship, and in spaces like this is when you get exposed to the things you may not know but you may need to know. So if there's a notch inside of you telling you, hey, like, oh my god, I saw this live event, this sounds cool, there might be a message for you there. So join and have fun and be curious, and zero judgment, just be curious and learn.
Absolutely. Love that. Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much. Donna, what do you think? What are the benefits for people to join?
Well, I think like Jillian and Brendaliz have already said, like the variety of people that are here with their expertise and choices I love the way it's set up as well. It's so accessible and it's not overwhelming. So 2 videos a day that you can access. Um, I don't
2
have to.
free gifts that you can claim.
Yeah, and I don't have to sit there like all day long and be
Yes,
there. Like I love that.
exactly.
Like it's just
Hmm.
accessible, and that makes it really fun, I think. And then these live events that you're hosting, where people can connect with other people, makes it invaluable, really, to everyone that's participating if you show up and participate.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we are the ones to do some actions, right? Beautiful. Thank you so much, Donna. Dina, why do you think people want to join this event?
You leave me at last. Everything was said already, Irina.
No, we leave you for the delicious, conclusion, like a cherry on the top.
No, she always does it, but I can do it, I think. So I'm going to place Dina's unique angle here. I want to
Please.
invite people to register, okay? Because building a successful business isn't only about strategy. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about the energy behind the strategy. You can have the perfect marketing plan, but if you're exhausted, disconnected from yourself, doubting your values, or afraid to be visible, you're struggling to implement whatever your plan, your goals. The summit combines both practical strategies and inner work required to sustain success. And that is a powerful combination.
Absolutely, like to each its own. If somebody feels, okay, I would like to pick up on some strategies, maybe how to build the better content, maybe how to delegate responsibilities, maybe it's about social media, right? We have the experts on each. I like to look at as the buffet. Like you go pick and choose whatever is up to you, right? And then we have amazing speakers where like Brendaliz is sharing about what does it mean to hit that income ceiling, right? Because a lot of people are not might be even aware about it, right? It's like, okay, I'm implementing these strategies, how come I'm not generating the results? So this might be the reason, this might be the answer for you, right? So again, it's a huge variety of topics, beautiful, beautiful conversations with each person. And the best, you have the access to over $5,000 in value, the free gifts that every speaker is sharing, right? Just think about it. Just collecting these free gifts is going to open your receiving capacity. Yourself to receive, right? So this is beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Awesome, awesome. So again, register because again, you don't have to be anywhere. It's going to be coming to your inbox on a daily basis starting June 8th. We are having our kickoff party on Zoom. If you love to mingle with people, I'm going to also do the breakout rooms so we all can go into the small groups, and I'm mixing together the experts with the attendees. I don't care because we are all humans, and just like connect and see, because maybe that connection that you are making is going to change a completely the trajectory of your business. So this is your sign, this is your go-to, this is your green light, and we are inviting you, everyone, from the bottom of our heart, because we are doing these events for you so you can really have the most successful business and have that predictable income that you can have that freedom of your time and the freedom of your money. All right, everybody. Thank you so, so much. That was super powerful. That was fun. And we are coming back tomorrow for another episode. So stay tuned and share with somebody. If you know other coaches, if you know other healers who might benefit from this summit, please share. This is exactly how it works, right? By sharing, the universe is going to return to us as well. All right. Love you
Definitely.
all. And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.